is Minding Your Business, the show for just incredibly talented business and artistic and creative entrepreneurs. I'm your host, June Middleton. Our talented and skilled entrepreneur on the show this evening is the CEO and creative designer of her own firm here in New York on Madison Avenue. Her motto and brand is dress stylishly because your life is your runway.
That is right.
I am pleased to introduce to you our special guest for this evening, Gurjot. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, June.
Oh, it's just it's been a lot of work putting it together, but it's really going to be a very interesting and exciting show. For that, I'm sure. When did you start this fabulous business?
I started in 2010. So July of 2010 was our first show, which is what you saw on the video.
Oh, that is wonderful. And what's your background, though? I mean, what made you decide to go into the fashion business? You came from a business background, didn't you?
Yes, that's true. I have an MBA and
where?
University of Chicago.
Wonderful.
And, you know, when you go to B school, they kind of brainwash you. Either you're going to be a consultant or a banker. So I went the consulting route, and I loved it.
Oh.
And
now, did you spend a lot of time out of the office traveling around?
I did. I traveled pretty much all the time.
Mm-hmm. How'd you like living out of a suitcase?
It was great for 6 months.
Yeah.
And then it became quite a challenge.
I'm sure. I am sure.
Yes.
And now, this is what you did before you launched your business. Did you take additional training? Did you go to FIT, Fashion Institute?
I did. When I struck upon the idea of trying to create the power suit for women, my version of it, I thought, let me learn the fashion industry a little bit. So I went to FIT in 2009.
Oh my gosh! Now, that must have been a very different experience from getting your MBA.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And I will say that FIT is not necessarily the most glamorous campus, you could say, but I was so happy to be in that building.
They have a wonderful reputation.
They do.
They've turned out some top-notch designers.
They have.
One sitting right here.
Thank you. I learned everything I needed to know at FIT. I mean, just absolutely A to Z, how to develop a collection, made the contacts that I needed. It was amazing. I'm a huge fan.
That is just so great. Now, how far back, though, did you get attracted to fashion? Because, I mean, something must have motivated or prompted this, seeing not very well-dressed women in business, or
I've actually been sewing since I was 7.
You're kidding.
So I learned to sew at a local fabric store in the town where I grew up in the Midwest. And that's just kind of what girls did, and I loved it. Loved it, creating. So fast forward throughout my life, I've made my own clothing, I made my kids' clothing, window treatments, reupholstered furniture, everything you could think of.
But you didn't think about interior designing?
I didn't, and honestly, I think that being the daughter of Indian immigrants, it wasn't really you know, a stated option to be a designer. You know, when I was growing up, it was very much doctor, lawyer, teacher, professional. You know, so I didn't. And it worked out great for me. You know, I'm so grateful I had the business experience because now I dress the women I used to work with.
Oh, that is so incredible. A ready-made market.
Yes.
Now, do you believe that women in business can be colorful and colorfully dressed? I mean, like you have a beautiful satin, is that, top on with the pinstripe suit, and it just gives such a nice burst. You call it what?
Thank you. Pop of color.
Pop of color. Okay.
Yes.
So then you can be colorfully dressed, femininely dressed, and professional as well?
Exactly.
Oh, that's wonderful. You have a grid there that has some wonderful items on it. Could you just give us some idea of what...
Absolutely, yes. I just wanted to share some of our pops of color with you and talk a little bit about our design philosophy. So as you can see, our clothing really utilizes the highest quality wools from Italy and England, but we believe in a pop of color.
Ooh, I love that.
It's, you know, it's a chance to express your personality.
Absolutely, and you're not afraid to mix the colors.
No, I'm not actually, and I, you know, initially felt very matchy-matchy, and I learned this from one of my clients who did this kind of mixing, and I thought, you know what, let me try that. And we also feel that, you know, particularly in New York where women wear a lot of black, I think being able to...
What is the new black going to be? Orange or something?
Actually, well, that's already taken, so we'll say fuchsia.
Okay, okay. I mean, it looks like we're all in mourning at times.
Yes, I know, right? But what we're finding with our clients is that utilizing a pop of color is almost a way of saying that you've made it. You know, where you're not afraid of color, and you can use it subtly. It can be in your lining, it can be underneath the jacket. You have a very strong, polished presentation, but you know, the color is what can really express your personality.
Absolutely. I have always loved color, always. I mean, I think I was one of the first kids in school who combined pink and red.
Oh, fabulous.
I just loved that combination. Now, what I would like very much to do is, I mean, you just have some lovely designs, but you also have some wonderful models here to show some of your clothes. And I really would like to get an idea of the clothing that they're wearing, and that, now this is going to be daytime.
Yes,
business wear.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to be showing some of the corporate looks that are key parts of our collection.
Corporate being boardroom, courtroom, conference room.
Exactly. I like that. Can we use that?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because that's what I believe each one of them represents.
That's true. You're absolutely right.
So this is wonderful. So please tell us the name of each of your models as they come up, and describe the outfit that they're wearing.
Absolutely.
And I believe you have Shannon first.
Yes. So Shannon is wearing our Madison one-button jacket. It's a full canvas construction jacket. It's kind of our power jacket, and you can see she's showing the beautiful silk lining on the inside, coupled with a very classic slack and what we call the Barrington shirt.
And looking very elegant.
Yes, this is the power look. This is the power corporate look.
Absolutely. Everybody's going to take her seriously.
That's right.
And there's any particular structure to the back?
Yes, so, you know, we talk about length of the jacket. Jackets have gotten about 14 inches shorter.
That's another thing. Should the back jacket cover the tush?
It should.
Okay.
The answer is yes.
Thank you, Shannon. Who do we have next?
Our next model is Jayasri. Jayasri is looking gorgeous and separate. So the first look was kind of a power suit, and this is showing how you can wear beautiful, beautiful separates and look incredibly polished. And she's wearing this beautiful pop of color orange with a pencil skirt. And Jayasri, if you want to just demonstrate, it's a removable ruffle. So
now could that go into a pocket or on the side or something?
It very much could be worn as like a little...
Like a sash? Or
like a sash or kind of like a detail.
Just like that?
Yeah. You know, it's
Wow,
however,
that is really
isn't that
nice.
spectacular?
And still looks very corporate. Now, what about not having having the arms covered? Is there any taboo where that's concerned?
It depends on the work environment. There are some companies, very, very professional, sometimes some law firms out
Turn
here.
around so we can see, again, there are some who...
Some law firms where, you know, my clients will say, I'd prefer to have a cap sleeve and not be completely sleeveless, and that's very easy. It is part of our collection to do.
Also, too, something I learned a long time ago when I was a broker at Merrill Lynch. I walked into the office one day and it was freezing.
Yes.
And I had on, I think, short sleeves. And I talked to one of the maintenance people, and he said, "Oh, miss, you better learn. Temperature is set for men who wear shirts and jackets."
Oh, interesting.
So
is that why?
I started wearing, started me wearing a jacket from that point on.
Yes, and
Thank
we
you.
do that, yes.
Yeah, that really is lovely. So there would be a jacket that she would have that she could wear with
Yes, there
that.
is a matching jacket with an orange lining.
Oh,
That
wonderful.
you could wear with that.
Now, who do we have next?
Next we have Helen, and Helen is sporting a gorgeous corporate look. This is our Park zipper jacket, so it's a little more contemporary. It's not as power as the Madison one button. And she's also wearing a sheath dress. So
Oh,
what's
that's a dress,
great,
and not
yes, and a beautiful purple scarf. So you can see, isn't that fun?
Oh
That
my
is
gosh.
so
Now,
much fun.
then the lining is purple and matches the scarf.
It matches the scarf, yeah. And the scarf can be worn either ruffled or totally flat. It's called the flat ruffle. So you can pull it out and wear it flat, wrap it around the neck a few times, or you can ruffle it up. But this is a great kind of day-to-evening piece as well, and we'll get more into day-to-evening in a little bit.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. That's really a very smart
You know,
outfit.
and every
I love it.
professional
I love
woman
it.
needs a good sheath dress in her wardrobe.
Yeah, and who do we have next?
I think that's everyone, and I think we're going to maybe move
All
on.
right, well, you know what I'd like to do? Let's talk to these very corporate-looking models.
Okay, great.
Because they don't look like the hangers that you usually see in the runway shows.
That's for sure, right? That's for sure. It's a different take.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. So who do we have first, Shannon?
First we have Shannon.
Oh, hi, Shannon. You are just unbelievable. You know, we know each other from
Right.
Columbia University, where we both attended the School of General Studies. Shannon.
Go Lions.
Did they lose again? No. It's just so great to have you here. I'm so glad you finally decided to do a show. Just tell us briefly something about you and your background, because I mean, you're a professional businesswoman.
I am. I work for myself and have for the last 5 years. I work both with startups and with existing Fortune 500 companies. I often work in troubled areas of a company or areas that need to are looking to grow and develop into new space. So I work on process reengineering. And I basically do the business strategy for projects that need to get executed, sometimes in the IT sphere, sometimes in HR, sometimes in marketing, sometimes in sales.
Oh, that is so impressive. That is so
Isn't that?
impressive.
Yes.
And the clothes fit
Yes, they do.
the position.
Worth every dollar.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Who do we have next?
So next we have Jayasri.
Oh, Jayasri, come, please, let's talk.
Hi.
Hi. Our lawyer.
Yes. Yes, I am.
This is terrific. This is absolutely wonderful. You are a model and a lawyer.
Yes.
First a lawyer, though.
Yes, definitely.
Where did you go to law school?
I went to Hofstra out in Long Island.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Yes. Not
Yeah.
too far from the city, but still enough to get a little bit of the suburbs in.
And you're practicing now with a firm?
Yes, I'm practicing in Long Island, actually.
And do you eventually hope to maybe have your own law firm at some point in the future?
I hope to get into international law and
Oh,
really
wonderful.
start working in the human rights field.
Oh,
So
Oh, that's very
that
nice.
will probably involve becoming my own attorney and my own firm.
Excellent. It's something to strive for. It's not easy, but
No.
it's worth, if it's something that you like and you don't mind taking the responsibility, it's a good thing to do. So congratulations on
Thank
becoming
you.
an attorney.
Thank you.
You're more than welcome. And I think, who do we have?
Next we have Helen.
Helen?
Hello, ladies.
Hello. I love this outfit. I love the effect of the scarf.
Isn't the scarf beautiful?
Oh, yeah.
And I love the jewel tones in the clothing. It's absolutely stunning. It flatters every skin palette.
Now, you know something? You can tell what she does.
Yes, exactly. I think we can all figure it out
You
now,
are
right?
a fit model.
Yes, yes. But
What does that mean?
people misunderstand what a fit model is.
Yeah, explain to us what that
I'm
is.
what a perfect size 6 is supposed to be, and what clothes are manufactured to fit on my body. I am a live mannequin.
Ah.
But they use me in the garment industry to make sure the clothing is wearable. If you're at a board meeting or you have to hand people something, paperwork or documents, you don't want to be restricted by your clothing. You want to
Very
be
good
able to
point.
move and feel comfortable in what you're wearing. That also empowers you to do a better job. You don't want to have to be fidgeting in your clothing. So that's the job that I do. And I really enjoy doing it. I meet very interesting people.
Oh my gosh. Well, you yourself are very interesting and a wonderful model as well.
Thank you.
Yes.
So,
well, this is a perk for me. I don't often get to run on the walkway. What I do is I stand as a mannequin, and they put pins in me, and they stick me with pins on occasion. But for the most part, I enjoy being able to put the input so manufacturers can make the clothing look right on every size and every shape.
Oh, this is terrific. You have to come back again so that we can learn a little bit more about what it is that you do, because we
Thank
haven't
you.
had anyone on the show with your profession.
Thank you. It would truly be my pleasure. It's
Oh.
lovely to be here tonight.
Oh, thank you for being here. So now we're going to go to another segment and look a little bit at
Jacket construction.
your jacket, and it's just really so fascinating that the clothes that are so appropriate, and they are, again, for the conference room, the boardroom, and the courtroom. I love the look. I really do.
Thank
now,
you.
you have a very interesting jacket that has interesting inside pockets as well
Yes,
for
yes.
little doodads. And
Yes. We're actually, our jacket, I wanted to share some features of the jacket with you. And one of them is that we actually have interior pockets. We have functioning exterior pockets. It's fabulous to be
They're
able
not
to keep.
sewn?
They're not sewn. And
could
they're
actually
lined in
put
silk
your-
also. you know,
the
so you have
lining, I love
beautiful
that.
little pops of color where you can find them. But for business, you know, we go to networking events, you have your business cards in one pocket, maybe a tissue, or you keep the cards that you've received in another pocket. Also, our jackets are different, and it's very tied into my philosophy with the business, which is, you know, women have made it. We've made it in our careers.
No, you can
Our
say
dressing
that
options
again.
have not kept up. You know, so what I did in developing the collection is look at the best practices for menswear, because men have been wearing suits for hundreds and hundreds of years, have had access to gorgeous fabrics, bespoke tailoring. So I just wanted to show you the difference between quality fabric and maybe not such fabulous fabric, and what that means, as well as jacket construction. So here I have, this is a polyester blend, and if you want to feel it, and this is what I wore for a lot of my career in management consulting, and this is what most women wear even today. And this is what the hedge fund guys wear. This is a Super 140, exactly.
A little bit of a difference here. Yes, yes, yes.
And you can even see the way the fabric kind of, the way it reflects light, you know, you can see
well,
which
this
fabric.
is totally dull.
Yeah, and this is pure wool. This
My
is there's
gosh.
nothing added to it. It's just the way it's
Let me
finished.
feel it again. It's
yeah,
pure.
It's pure wool.
Ah.
So we've been led to
So this,
believe
and it's also year round then.
year-round and durable. You know, my suiting, I'm sometimes embarrassed to say, but not really. A lot of the custom suits that I have, I made them 4 years ago. and they still look brand new. Actually, this is one of them.
Oh, this is
you
lovely.
know? And so the point being, you know, we've been convinced as women that maybe we should be buying something with stretch and a polyester blend because it's durable, it travels well, when in reality, gorgeous natural wool is so durable.
Now, I notice your pockets are all on the inside. What is the idea of pockets being on the actual body, like side pockets? Or, I mean, are women afraid to wear that because it enhances the hips too much? Or
well, the way I've designed the jacket is a lot of traditional women's jackets actually still have kind of like menswear the pocket up top. And I've just kind of brought them lower so that it doesn't add bulk. I've designed it so you can fit your phone, your lip gloss, your business cards, and it walk down the street without having to even carry a handbag. The other unique feature is canvas construction. I'll just say very quickly, like if you see the way the jacket is made, there's a structure to it. It's not heavy, but it has a shape and it frames the face. This is a jacket that I actually used to wear in my consulting days that actually, when you look at it, has no construction. It's really a glorified blouse. Whereas with the jacket that I've designed, there's actually 6 layers of fabric between the exterior and the silk lining. And that's called a canvas construction. And what I wanted to do was show you very quickly the inside of the jacket, because, you know, it's not just the exterior and the quality that matters, but what's on the inside of the jacket. So what we have here are, I'm just going to pull this out and turn it inside out, layers of fabric. So this is canvas, this is lamb's wool, this is a little bit of padding, this is another canvas layer, this is the shoulder pad.
Now, this kind of construction you do see in menswear.
Yes, and this is a best practice that I've brought over from menswear. That's why, you know, the construction is what gives the shape and the life to the garment. It kind of makes it a living thing. And so you can even just see in this jacket as I hold it up, you know, it has a body to it. And so as women, as I was saying, you know, we've already made it in our careers, and I feel that our clothing options need to keep up with that. So
I love that. I love
and this is
that.
a Super 140 also.
Oh, it's lovely.
So that's part of our
beautiful.
philosophy, is that we want women to start thinking about not just a style of what they're wearing, but the quality of the fabric, the fit, and the construction that goes into it.
Now, you are an e-commerce business. Yes, that means you're primarily on the internet, online.
Well, yes.
All right. Well, we have to show your. You can give us your website address at the end.
Okay.
And do you know that we're closing in on time?
Okay.
I mean, it's incredible. It's gone so quickly, but you have been an absolutely fascinating guest to have on the show.
Thank you so much.
I mean, it's so wonderful to learn about successful businesswomen. I love it.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank
and the fact that the models that you brought with you are all entrepreneurs.
Aren't they amazing? They're real businesswomen, because your life is your runway.
I like that. I like that very much. And I really want to thank Shannon for introducing us. She was our first model.
I'm so grateful to her.
Oh, she
so
is just wonderful. And I again want to thank you for being on the show. And
thank you for having me.
You have to come back.
Oh,
you have to come back.
It would be my honor.
We've only seen just a fraction of what it is that you have here. And I want to say thank you to Jose, our floor manager, who's been very helpful with the also assisting the models. That is just great. And thank you to a young woman who has, I think her name is Shannon, in the control room, who's also been very helpful to us. And thank you to our director, Ed, who's also my son, and who just always really does a wonderful job in helping us put this show together. And of course, a very, very special thanks to Rich and Manhattan Neighborhood Network for making this show possible. You have been watching Minding Your Business, the show for just such talented, wonderful entrepreneurs. And see yourself where you want to be. It was a lot of work, I'm sure, but you did it. And it's just also true. I'd like to thank Alex, your associate, for doing an excellent job as project coordinator.
She's amazing.
She's just really very good. So in the time that we have left, I'm June Middleton, your host. But before we sign out, we're going to see another fashion show.
Yes,
so, if you say that your life is your runway, the runway is yours. Please bring out more of your models.
Thank you.
And we're going to see some of their fabulous evening wear.
Jayasri is wearing our sleeveless Biscayne dress. It's silk, lined in silk in Caribbean blue, coupled with a reversible wrap belt.
Now, this is a dress, a sheath that could have a jacket on during the day?
Exactly. You can wear it with a jacket during the day and then just take off the jacket and be ready to go out at night.
Oh, this is wonderful. Thank you so much. It looks lovely on you. Yes.
Next we have Helen. And Helen is wearing our gorgeous Mercedes wrap. It's velvet lined in gold silk. And it's just a very luxurious wrap that you can throw.
Oh,
like
that is beautiful. And how would you handle that if you were dancing in a club?
So we can...
She is terrific.
Isn't that fabulous?
I can see why she's a really great fit model.
She is. And she's also wearing a sheath dress that would be great for a board dinner or a corporate dinner. It's navy with a silver, sparkly silver pinstripe.
Oh, that's a nice effect. That's a very nice effect. Oh, that's wonderful.
Thank you.
Now, is the jacket lined in the color of the, would a jacket go with that as well?
Yes, you could also wear the Madison goes really well with that. You could wear it lined in silver. Mm-hmm. And next we have Shannon, who's wearing a custom Biscayne silk shirt dress in this gorgeous aquamarine color that just suits her so beautifully.
Oh my gosh, yes. That you can't take the jacket off in the boardroom.
No,
It would be very distracting.
Right. But when you're ready to go out.
It looks wonderful going out in the evening.
That's right. And she's got these beautiful French cuffs as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, do you design the cuffs yourself?
Yes, clients have options. They can do French cuffs or a barrel cuff or a wine button cuff. So very personalized.
Oh, Shannon, thank you so much.
you.
And thank you again for introducing us. This has just really been fantastic. It really has been. I mean, what kind of advice would you give to someone who wanted to do what you're doing?
My advice would be just do it step by step. Don't be overwhelmed by the big picture and just pick a direction and move in it.
So I take it you didn't come up with a business plan or go through anything like that. You just had the idea and decided that you wanted to do it?
I did have a business plan because that's my training. But I took baby steps because business plans are on paper and real life can be a little different. But I just took